All right, guys, let us know when you can hear us. Let us
All
know when you can hear us. Let us know when you can hear us. Let you know. Let me know when you can hear us.
That could be your intro
I know,
song.
exactly.
Let me know when you can hear me.
I know, right? Let us know when you can hear us, everybody. Everybody
Well,
say
that is some
hello.
delay.
What's that?
That's some delay if nobody's responding to that yet.
I know, mine takes forever. I don't know why. Yes, they can hear us. Hello, everybody. Wait, which way? Little Hook Mal is with us. Lathalia's Little Hook. I always forget to say that because I call you Little Hook. But
That's okay.
Lathalia's Little Hook is Melanie is with us today. Good to see everybody. Don't forget your thummies. A little bit of housekeeping before we get into it, but Mel is a super talented person, and I cannot wait for her to show you some of the things that she's been doing. But I want to show you the poncho because I told you guys I would show you. So I finished the poncho. Can you see?
Beautiful.
I don't know.
Just beautiful.
I'm short, so can you see?
Yep.
So the poncho is done, and I think it turned out pretty good. It's very warm though, so how long I can wear it, I don't know. That's for sure. And this room is insulated with yarn, so this is a very warm room. The other thing I want to take care of is everybody watch the winners video. It says bunches of winners, and make sure you email me at deescreativegiveaways@gmail.com. And thank you, everybody. And one more thing I want to mention is the honeybee yarn that we have up for raffle. And this is hand-dyed yarn that I made for my granddaughter in my granddaughter's memory. And it's called Honeybee, and it's 100% superwash merino wool, 19.5 microns. So it's super duper soft. And it is a fingering weight, 437 yards. And the raffle ticket you send to my PayPal, and it's $5 for a raffle ticket. So you take a chance for $5 to win both hanks of the honeybee yarn. Okay, got that out of the way. Okay, so let's get into it, Mel. So first of all, if you guys don't know, Mel is a pattern tester. We'll start off with that. What kind of stuff do you do? Tell us about it.
Well, I test patterns for a few different designers right now. And I do everything from blankets to hats, scarves, shawls. And right now I'm testing a full-length dress.
Oh, wow. I've made a couple dresses in my time, and holy moly, that's a job.
Yes. And it's got a snowflake lace skirt. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But here, let me show you the top part of it that is already done.
Yes, I would love to see it. Hello, everybody coming in.
I'm making it out of actually the perfect phasing cloud cakes.
Okay.
So
I love Karen yarn. Yeah.
I split up the cloud cake. I'm not sure. This is just the top. It doesn't have the buttons on the back yet. But I'm not sure if you can see the ombre fade in it.
A little bit. The light is behind you more so, I think.
Yeah, the skirt is going to have more of the darker colors all the way to the darkest center part down at the bottom. So, yeah. And it's super soft.
I know. I love Karen. Love it. Thank you, Yolanda. That was super sweet. Hello, Fizzy B. Hello, Marie. Hello, Missy. Hello, Mama G. Mama G was going to come up. She lost track of time, and she's ripping apart her house, just like I am. My house is being ripped apart as we speak. So anyway, so she's not going to come up today, but I'm sure we'll see her, next time or whatever. Hello, Yarn Barf, my girl, Alandina. Hello, everybody. She's cleaning and drying yarn all day. I am waiting for my yarn to come in so I can start dyeing as well. Hi, Space Cadet and Naked Snail. And Fizzy Bee, yeah, Mama G's she's got herself in a mode, so she's staying in her mode. So we're gonna let her do her thing today. Hi, Angela Wright. She says, hi, Dee and Melanie and everyone in the chat. How y'all doing tonight? I'm doing fine tonight. Drink water and still working on my scarf. She's making a saggy tata scarf. She's one of the cool kids. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Beth. Hi, Crystal. She says, hi, Dee and Mel and everyone in the chat. Watch TV. And
hi,
Kimberly,
everyone.
hello, Rebecca. Let's see. Naked Snail. Did I say hello to you already, Vicky? I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Demetra.
Okay.
Hi, Demetra.
Yeah. Yes. What was I thinking? I'm thinking oodles. Okay. Brain.
Yep.
Hello, Delia. Hello, Jessica. Let's see. Heidi B. Anastasia. Kathy Baker, Yolanda, I already said hello to, and thank you for the gifted membership. That was awesome. Lana, hello. Kirsten A, my girl. Let's see. I'm going to do this real quick. Candy, Desi, hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. By the way, Mel is awesome, and if you guys are not subscribed to her channel, I don't know what the heck's wrong with you. You are way behind. You need to be subscribed to Mel's channel. We're trying to get her monetized. She's almost there. And I think you guys can do it. I'm just saying, I think you guys can do it. Go over there, watch a couple videos.
Away.
What's
24
that?
away from the 1,000.
Hours? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm 80 watch hours away from the 4,000. Okay. And I'm 24 subscribers away from the 1,000.
All right, come on, guys. We can do this. We can do this. We can get Mel, my friend Little Hook Mel, we can get her monetized. I'm quite certain of it. And anyway, so I want her to show you some of her makes. And like I said, she's a pattern tester and she knits. Yes, Mel knits as well as crochet. Show us some of your knits, Mel.
I just finished this Mosaic knit hat today. Hold on.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
Removable pom-pom, though it was hard to get it through the knitting. But this was Marley Bird's Game Day Mystery Knit Along.
I like that. I love that pattern on there.
Yeah, she did a crochet one and she did a knit one, and I did the crochet one too.
Of course you did.
I didn't do it in time to get entered in the giveaway, but I did it. So
but you got it done. I'm gonna have to. I'm partial to knit because I can't knit. So because I won't knit. We'll put it that way. I've never even tried because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But I love knitted things.
Yeah,
like knitted. So I just love them. I just love them. So someone that can knit, I put them on a little bit of a pedestal over there, like, because I'm not ever going to try.
YouTube got me knitting because I had taken a class at Michael's like 15 years ago or more. And they taught me cast on, knit, purl, and bind off in like 2 hours. And so I could make a washcloth. And that's about all I can make. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn to knit. And I watched all the tutorials for all the stitches I needed to know. And I made a Ross hat.
Oh, cool.
And it had mistakes. It had dropped stitches. But I said, okay, we're going to do it again and we're going to do it better. And the next one was almost completely perfect. And so,
well, good for you, man. That, like I said, that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. I'm one of those people. I get involved in any craft. It don't matter what it is. I've got to have every tool. I've got to have every single thing you could possibly do, whether I'm going to do it or not. I have to have everything. And I don't know. I'm not going to do that to myself.
I've got a Cricut that my dad uses more than me.
See, that's another thing I'm not touching is a Cricut. I know I'll go nuts and make t-shirts and all that because I used to have a shop where I sold
Mhm.
all hippy dippy stuff. I tie-dyed shirts and pocketbooks, and I sold incense and candles and just all kinds of stuff. And I used to have a hippie shop. And I don't know if you guys know that or not. For like 9 years, I had the hippie shop until the building I was in closed down. And I love to make tie-dye shirts. I used to love it. So I know that if I got involved in a Cricut, I would start tie-dyeing shirts again and start putting logos on it. No, I'm not. No. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
I do not have enough time in the day. Oh, good, Fizzy B. Thank you, Frizzy. I almost
Thank
say
you.
Fizzy. Frizzy B subscribed, Melanie.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to Mel. She's super cool, super talented, super sweet person. And I don't say that about a whole lot of people. So
Oh,
I'm picky, man. I'm picky. I'm very picky. I've learned to be that way because I got burnt so many times. So
yeah.
you gotta be picky when you've been burned a few good times, And I am picky, and Mel is good in my book, man. So you guys go over there and subscribe to Mel. Thank you, Zorla, my girl. She's dropping your link. That's awesome. Okay,
Thank you, Zola, sweetie.
another thing that me and Mel have in common is Mel likes to paint, and
I
she
do.
has some. Yes, and she paints as well. Now I want to see this painting because she did not show it to me, so I want to see
Oh,
this.
this one I did off a photograph of my sister when she was young.
Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Oh,
It took,
that is awesome.
but I have to paint off of something because my imagination. I was once painting a tree. It turned into a fairy because the tree
Okay,
wasn't working out.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's hanging in my room, but it's a very interesting looking. I call it a fire fairy. So like,
Mel, you are now 18 away from 1K.
oh,
You
thank you
go
guys.
over there and subscribe to Mel. I know, isn't that beautiful, you guys? The thing with me and painting is if I just do it willy-nilly and I just sit down and do it, I mean, they're okay.
Hmm.
Nothing to write home about. But if I look at a picture, like what you were just saying,
Hmm.
my paintings come out really nice. And
Yeah.
that's the difference with me. I can paint without a picture, but I do better copying somebody else's art.
Well, yeah, I can do it without a picture, but it just never quite comes out like what I originally planned. It,
Yeah.
it might still come out good, but it's not what I
If,
started with.
if I paint from out of my mind, it's going to come out all crazy and hippy dippy, like
Hmm.
I was showing you earlier, like
Yep,
this
that's
is what you're going to
excellent.
get from me if it's coming out of my brain, is the sugar skulls and things like that, because that is in my head and I can do it. But to do something like landscape or something like that, I got to look at something else. I can do some trees and some water or whatever, but to make it look really good, I've got to be looking at a picture. Got to.
You got to channel Bob Ross.
I know. I love Bob Ross.
I love. Okay, whenever we leave the house, we would have had to put both of the dogs in their crates because Ruby had pica and would tear things apart.
Yeah.
But we would put on the PBS channel and we'd come home and they'd be watching Bob Ross and
That's because
you
he's
know.
mellow. Yeah, he's like,
Mhm.
let's turn this into little trees. I used to
Yep.
love his voice.
There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents, and now it's a home for a squirrel. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, exactly. Too funny. Yep. Zoila's dropping channels. Thank you so much, Zoila. Once again, if you guys are not subscribed to the Thalia's Little Hook, I don't know what you're waiting for. Don't know. Don't know what you're waiting for. So what else you got to show us, Mel?
Well, I am making a mosaic blanket for
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Brid- Queen's Crafts by Bridget is doing
Love
a
Bridget.
year long. Love Bridget doing a
Hmm.
year long crochet along or thing for mosaic blankets. So I started
Oh
mine.
my gosh, I love that. Oh, that looks so Native American. Oh, I got to do
It,
this.
it Yes, this is from Tina T. She has a YouTube channel. I can't pronounce her last name.
I
It's
know who you're talking
Scandinavian.
about. She's
Mhm.
from Scandinavia. I was
This
gonna
one's
say,
called the Casablanca Afghan,
so pretty.
and I'm gonna add a blue one after this. It was supposed to be fall colors. It does not look fall colors. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do rainbow. You
There
know,
you go. I rainbow
add a
everything.
blue and do
Let
rainbow.
me
Yep.
ask you something. In that blanket, are you carrying the other colors of yarn?
No, when you do mosaic, you go from right to left every
And then
time.
stop,
And
and then
then you
right to
cut the
left.
yarn. You cut the
Gotcha.
yarn. Then you do a row of the color B and you do it. And
Drop
then you go back to
down or
color A.
whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I have all these. And you can either weave fringe or or weave it in, which I am not weaving. I've already
Yeah.
gone beyond the point of weaving. But
Yeah. That's a lot of tails.
there's an envelope border which envelops all of these.
Like you just fold it around and
I
keep all
believe
the
so.
ends.
I
And
believe
yeah,
so. I haven't done it yet.
I did something like that where it was mosaic. I think it was my pillow covers. I've only done a couple of mosaic projects. One was
Hmm.
a purse, and I think two were throw pillows. And
Yeah, I did.
I did a fold over. Yeah.
Hmm. But she has a video. I haven't watched it yet to show how to do that when I'm all done. So,
Oh, it's beautiful. Let me see it again. I want to see it
okay.
again.
All right.
Isn't this gorgeous, you guys? Look at that. Ah, I love it, Mel.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. And it's
Yeah, that
using
turned
up a
out
lot of
awesome.
my Red Heart Super Saver that I had
Yeah,
lots of.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
hmm, yep.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to get into mosaic. I got a few things I want to accomplish before I dive into mosaic because I started, what do they call it when you carry it? That's a graph gan or something like that.
You usually carry the yarn in a graftan unless you can carry it. A lot of people use bobbins though, so they don't have to carry it.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
but I've done grafgans. I've done one mosaic piece besides my change purse, which I finished. I have a mosaic blanket that is still unfinished after like 6 years.
Yeah, I got a couple of those sitting around here. One's called Sophie's Universe. Well,
I hear that about Sophie all the time.
mine's
All the
about
time.
this big, and it's in a bag right here. I can see it. It's in a bag right there with all the yarn needed, and it's been
Hmm.
sitting there for 2 years.
Well, you could just say it's a baby blanket and be done with it.
I know. I got to finish it. I got to. And it's like Mama G had a really good idea turning the Sophie's Universe that she had and turning it into the back of it like a jacket, or a cardigan or whatever,
Ooh.
because she doesn't want to continue on. So I
Doesn't
thought
she have
that's awesome.
three?
Yeah, she has three. And she's going to turn them into either ponchos or the back of
Ooh.
a sweater or whatever. I thought that was an awesome idea. And but I don't want to do that. I want to finish the blanket, and I'm going to. I made it out
I,
of cotton, and I think that's part of my distraction from doing it, because I love working with cotton, but that's a huge project for cotton. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So I think that's part of dag tag. I started to say it backwards. Hello. Yeah, so anyway, I think that's part of my distraction from finishing it is the fact that I'm doing it out of cotton. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe bad choice on my points. So.
Mama G won a Sophie's kit and she had already started her three Sophies. It was the
Oh
entire
wow.
it was from Thriss a long time ago. And the book and everything and all the yarn, she had picked it out and gotten it together and she gave it to me. Like she said, pass this on to Mel. And so I have it and it fills a whole tote.
Oh yeah, I
And
got a huge duffel bag, and that's what
yeah,
has my Sophies and the yarn to make it.
but all I did was I labeled, because my yarn's in totes right now until we can build out the other building and build me the craft room I want, you
Yeah.
know. And,
You know what? Hold on. I'm going
so
to show you my Sophies because it's right here. I'm
okay.
going to dig it. I haven't even looked at it in 2 years. Now I'm curious. Hold on. And I want to take off my sweater too because I'm getting warm.
Oh, that's so sweet, Desi. That is so sweet. Hi, everybody.
Without causing a yarn avalanche. I'm so proud. Look at the
Oh,
size of this tote.
no. Yep. I'm surprised you can fit it all in there. I had to put mine in a box tote, a tote box. So, oh, that's beautiful, Dee. That's gorgeous.
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's gorgeous, Dee.
Yeah, it's
And probably,
getting.
go ahead.
Gotta finish. It's huge.
Yeah. But probably because it's made out of cotton, it'll be a nice, I mean, it'll still be heavy, but it'll be nice and cool, you know,
Yeah.
during the summer or warmer fall days or whatever.
Ugh. Where can I put it for now? I'll put it down here. Oh, Lord
Love
have
your
mercy.
shirt.
What's that? Oh, my shirt?
Love,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be kind.
Yeah,
Everything with me is either teal or rainbow. What's your say?
mine is, it says, "This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine," and it's a dumpster fire.
Oh, jeez. A dumpster fire.
Because
Love it.
that's pretty much the light in my life, is my dumpster fire
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
No,
I have
I
full
haven't.
intentions of finishing it. Me and Mama G were just talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I need to finish it, man. Just get it over with. It's pretty big now, but I still got a ways to go. Well,
It's beautiful.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Sorry, my light went out. It got unplugged by all the yarn I have piled on top of it. There we
Oh, you
go.
guys, I wanted to tell you. Do you have Joann's by you, Mel?
I have the same Joann's and Michael's that Mama G has. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away from me in New York, and it's about 45 minutes from her.
Yeah, well, I went to Joann's. Me and Mark went to Joann's and Hobby Lobby today. And while I was standing there talking to the cashier, they told her that that store was closing. She was in shock. She was like, "Our store's closing? I thought we were staying open." I mean, she literally found out why I was standing in front of her. I felt, young girl, I felt so bad for her. She's like, "Why?" She goes, "I just started this job a couple months ago. Why didn't they tell me all this was going on?" And yeah, I felt so bad. But just so you guys know, guys, the yarn is only 25% off as of yet. But I did find out from the manager. Now, don't hold me to it, but I did find out from the manager that they're going to start selling all the yarn, clearancing the yarn this coming Saturday. You froze up, Mel. This coming Saturday, all the stores that are closing are going to be clearancing the yarn. Okay, just wanted to give you that little heads up. Okay, so you know, check your stores if you have a Joann's near you. There's one about an hour from me, and I guess that one's going to be staying open for a little while. But yeah, we didn't find anything really wonderful. Let me see. I went to Hobby Lobby too. I don't know. What did I get? No, that's Hobby Lobby. Let's see. Oh, I bought beads. That's what I bought while I was there. Because they had beads They had beads 4 strands for $10. So if you got,
Oh,
yeah, at Joann's right now, they've got 4 strands for $10. So of course I had to, you know, grab them for my stitch markers and whatnot. But I bought all their Halloween ones, you know, because I love Halloween.
mhm.
I bought all their Halloween ones and some mushrooms and some breast cancer awareness. I got these I thought would be cool in my sun catchers. These,
Oh, those are beautiful.
aren't they pretty? And they got a like a
Mhm.
blue rhinestone in the center, if you can see.
Yep.
Yeah, so,
I can almost see.
and these are ceramic, these great big ones. But anyways, it's all right now. This is I got for sun catchers too. These butterflies, more Halloween, more hearts, more mushrooms. Just my thing. But I also they have 70% off their Christmas stuff, and I thought this would make a really cool sun catcher. See the crystals?
Yeah,
I thought it's a
that's
Christmas
pretty.
ornament, but I thought this would be a really, really cool sun catcher. So that's what I got at Joann's. But Joann's has their beads. If you guys are into beads, four of the strings for $10, which is a heck of a deal because some of these were $12 each. So I thought I'd give you guys that little heads up. And then Hobby Lobby is having their beads are on sale for between 99 cents and $1.99. And some of these beads that I got were like, these ones are like $5 a piece. I don't know if you can see, they're all sparkly.
Yeah, they look like brooches.
Yeah, and they're $1.99. Top price is $1.99. I got the rainbow beads. I got these for 99 cents. Whole pack of the
Mhm.
large, which is good for crochet, you know.
Mhm.
And these ones, the great big ones.
Oh yeah,
But I got a ton of beads. I mean, literally, this whole bag is full of, or not beads, buttons. And like
yeah,
these ones that I put on the poncho, 99 cents for 6 of them, and they're this big, you know.
yeah.
So if you're looking for buttons, that's the place to go. I put it on crochet. I put buttons on everything. So that's why I took advantage of that sale. And they're right next door to each other, and I don't get there very often. So I went
Right.
in for that.
Up where our Joann's is, it's Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and they put it in Ollie's a few years ago. I went
Uh-huh.
to Ollie's. It's like no books
I know
whatsoever.
they always have knitting books. In my store, they'll have 4 or 5 knitting books. Very rarely do they ever have anything on crochet. Sometimes they'll have amigurumi kits, but it's not very
Mhm.
often. And sometimes they'll have a sale on yarn, but it's not very often. So, you know, you
Well,
just gotta.
I was spoiled by the one down in Lancaster County when I lived down there. They would have tables of books and, you know, and this one just has for each section, it's like this wide and it's a cardboard bookcase. And it was like crafts and it had like it was only this wide and had 3 shelves and you know, they've got
Yeah,
like 10 of each book and
we got an Ollie's. Do we have one in town? No, we don't have one in our town. We got one a couple towns over, and it's by the Harbor Freight, which, you know, Mark's got to go into Harbor Freight all the time. So whenever he goes into Harbor Freight, I go into Ollie's and check the book section and the yarn, you know, whatever, but it's not
Mhm.
very often. Kendra, thank you so much for more beads. I know I want to go back and get more, but 4 for $10 when some of them are $12. Remember,
Yep.
for 30 months, I've been on here longer than 30 months. Holy cow, Gary. You know what? My 3-year anniversary is next month. I just realized, yeah.
So is mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yay! What
I
day?
think I think it's either the 25th or the 26th.
Mine's the 31st.
It's the same day as Sid's Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations. We have the same anniversary to the day, like same
Oh,
year, same
wow.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, Granny D is an OG and Dag Tag as well. 9 months. OG's in the house.
Yay.
Dina, they have all kinds of buttons. And like I said, even the major expensive ones that are $7 for one button are the highest price is $1.99. So if you have a Hobby Lobby by you, now's the time to get buttons off for ponchos or cardigans or whatever. Now's the time. They got a great sale going on.
Well, I need some buttons, so maybe last time I talked to Mama G, we were going to meet up on the 24th. Rusty. It was probably going to be up in the crafty. Maybe I'll save a little and get some buttons for my
get
dress.
Buttons cheaper than that. Yeah, you cannot get buttons cheaper. And I'm talking bougie buttons, you know, the rhinestone ones and all that. No higher than $1.99. I was really disappointed in my Joann's though. Mark bought a couple skeins of yarn for hats, but it's like 25% off right now. Whoop-de-doo. You know, that's like a crappy sale as far as I'm concerned. But like I was saying, Saturday. That's like a normal coupon though,
yeah.
And also too, just so you know, with Joann's in the beads and whatever, there's also a 20% off coupon on your app. So you get an additional 20% off the four strands for $10. So it's actually 4 strands for $8.
That's even better.
Heck yeah, man. And it's good on clearance, doorbuster, the whole deal. You can get anything at Joann's right now with that additional 20% off. So I just figured I'd share that news with everybody because we're all wondering what the heck's going on with Joann's. But Saturday, they're supposed to start liquidating that yarn, ladies.
Dang it. Nope, no yarn. I'm on a yarn halt right now.
Brizzy B, you know how I found out what my podiversary was? I went all the way back to my very first video. I had to scroll all the way back and look at it, and it was March 31st. And it was it'll be 3 years this March 31st. And I can't believe I've been on here for 3 years. I came on here to give away some yarn Mark bought, and here I still am 3 years later, you know.
It goes so fast.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, my first video was a short to enter a contest on Joe the Garden State Gardener's channel.
I love Joe. Yeah, I used to go.
Those were my first videos. They were shorts, and then I'm like, maybe I should get in front of the camera and just talk to it. And so I did, and people started coming by, and I'm like,
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And you know what's funny is a lot of people are intimidated by doing lives. And I'm the exact opposite. I love doing lives because I can read the chat when I can read the chat. I read the chat. I can talk to other content creators, you know, and to me, this is like visiting with friends. But I do a video and I feel like I'm looking at myself. Hello. I just feel like robotic almost when I'm doing a video. Sometimes.
No, you don't look it. You don't look it or see it. Just so you know. Just so you know, it doesn't come across.
Okay, good. That's good to know because I really feel stupid when I'm doing videos, you know. I don't know. It's just because I'm not interacting, you know.
Yeah, I always talk to the camera like someone's on the other side. You know, so
I try to, but I still feel silly sometimes, you know.
And then I'm always myself. You know,
yeah, me too.
You get what you get with me.
Yeah, exactly, me too. I got brain issues. I'm crazy, you know. So.
That's why we all get along so well. We all got
right?
Yarn brain.
Yeah,
we'll call it yarn brain, craft brain.
Yes, we have yarn brain issues. Yes.
Doctor, could you prescribe something, maybe some more fiber in my diet? Go to the craft store? Okay. Yeah. Fiber, yarn.
I gotta tell you guys something super funny talking about, hey, doctor. But the funny thing, there's two funny things. Me and Mark went to the doctor today. That's why we were out that way towards Joann and Hobby Lobby. So I go to the doctor today, and as you guys know, I have panic attacks and anxiety, and I take medication for it. And over the past couple of weeks, I've not been sleeping. Like, I'm lucky if I get 3 or 4 hours sleep, and that's broke up sleep. Okay, so I've not been sleeping. I've been having major anxiety during the day, which I usually don't. So I'm talking to my doctor about it, you know, because I take Klonopin for my anxiety. So
So
I'm
does
like,
my dad.
yeah, I
My
take
dad's done that.
Klonopin. Yeah, it helps me a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, I've been taking a half a Klonopin during the day because I've been getting so anxious. And I'm talking to my doctor, and I'm like, you know, I don't know if we need to up it or change my medicine. Something's going on. I'm not sleeping. I'm having anxiety during the day. And you know what his suggestion was? He tells Mark, you need to go buy her some gummies. I said, you want me to eat a gummy and just stare at the wall? Because that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to get anything done. I'm going to eat the gummy and I'm going to stare at the wall. So my doctor cracked me up. My doctor's suggestion was for Mark to go buy me some gummies. Yeah. So, yeah. And then here's the other thing. Yesterday was Mark's birthday. Here's the other funny thing I wanted to tell you guys. So I bought this candle off of Timu. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's a birthday candle. And what happens is there's like all these little bitty candles that go at the top, and you light them and it opens up, and it's a lotus flower, and it spins around and it plays happy birthday. Okay.
We got that one for my dad a few years ago.
Hold on. So Mark walks in last night from work, and he goes, oh, you baked me a cake. I'm going to have a piece of cake. I go, no. Wait a minute. So I go and I get my little silly candle, and I put it on the cake, and I light it. And he goes, oh, that's cool. And it opens up, and it starts spinning and playing happy birthday. Well, I take it off of the cake so he can cut the cake and have a piece of cake, and it won't shut up. It just keeps playing happy birthday. This went on. I sat it on the counter. You know, I washed the bottom of it because it had frosting on it. And I sat it on the counter thinking, well, maybe if I got other little candles, I could save and use it again. This thing kept playing. It kept playing and kept playing. I got so aggravated. My anxiety hit. Like I told you, I've been having anxiety. That thing was giving me anxiety. I went over and grabbed it, threw it out the back door. So it's laying out in my yard. And that was yesterday. And it is still playing happy birthday. Still. Out in my backyard. Yeah. So if you guys,
so every time you open the back door to let the dogs out or whatever. And
if I hear that one more time, I'm going to freak out, man. I literally was like, there's no shut off button. What do we got to do? Wait for the battery to wear out? I don't know what the heck to do with this dang thing. I was like,
you get one of Mark's Harbor Freight hammers. You put it in a bag. And you...
I know, but I wanted to save the doggone thing to try to use it again. So if you guys bought one of those, just know it's not going to shut up. Just so you know.
Ours, I got mine at the grocery store a couple years ago for my dad's birthday. And he's like, and my sister and I were looking at pictures today because she's real sad about Ruby. And so
I'm so sorry.
Wanted to see pictures. Yeah. It was for the best, though. It really was for the best. But we ended up looking through pictures other than just the fur babies because I've got them organized and, you know, and one said Dad's birthday 2022 or 2020. And he's sitting there and I light it and he's like, what's going on? And we start singing happy birthday and then it opens up and it starts playing and we stop singing. He's like, where's my song? And I'm like, look at the impressive candle playing for you. So we had to sing over the candle and, you know, it's spinning around.
Did it quit?
Yes. It only played at once.
Hours later, I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I grabbed it. I was like, if I put it in the garbage can, I'm still going to hear it. I threw it out the back door. I said, I don't care. I shut the sliding door. If I hear happy birthday one more time, I'm going to freak out.
That
Mark
is
was laughing.
funny though.
Mark was laughing at me so hard, but he got his birthday cake and he was happy about that, you know.
That's all they care about. That's all the men care about. Where's
Oh,
the cake?
yeah, Mark is all about the sweets. All
Like,
about anything, ice cream, cupcakes, cookie, anything sweet.
I think I still need to send you some dessert sauces and stuff,
Yeah,
don't
you
I?
always said you were going to do that. We never got together about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know that
Yeah.
probably cost a lot to ship because they're in
Now,
jars.
well, when I can, I will.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll pay for shipping, Mel. If you know, honestly, I will. Just let me know.
Well,
'Cause I would love to try your stuff.
yeah, we'll get together and you tell me what flavors you want and stuff.
Tell them what we're talking about. These guys don't know. Tell them what we're talking about. Listen to what
I
else Mel
used to be
does.
a pastry chef. I went to school for pastry arts and I worked as a pastry chef for a short time and a cake decorator. And I still love to make things. So I make hot fudges and caramel sauces that you can put. Mama G likes to put them in her coffee. You can
Okay.
put them on ice cream. They have to be refrigerated because I have yet to figure out how to can. They come in a glass jar with a canning lid, but I have yet to figure. I have to get parts for my pressure canner. You can't water bath can dairy. You have to
Oh, okay,
pressure
gotcha.
can it. So
Yeah, so she's
um,
also a pastry chef, guys. Did you hear what she said? Yes.
I was a pastry short lived.
It
I
doesn't
I
matter. You still
I
are. It doesn't
I
matter.
graduated. I worked a few places, and then I had a huge nervous breakdown with my bipolar, and I've been on disability since then. I'm not
Right.
ashamed of it. I
No, you
I
shouldn't
tried
be.
to no, I tried to get off of it many, many times and I just couldn't manage it. I can't work in a out of the house work setting.
Yep,
It
I
gives
hear
me too
ya. Me
much
either.
anxiety and within 2 weeks I'm a nervous wreck and
Yeah. I used to
so
be a boss of hundreds of people. How the heck I did that? I have no right now it'd be like two people would come at me and I'd freak out. Get away from me.
yeah, wherever I worked because I was a diligent worker,
Me too.
they'd be
You
like,
know?
"Do you want to be a manager?" And I'd be like, "No. No. No, I don't want to be a manager. Thanks."
No, I'll pass. That's good. No, you keep that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
thanks.
it.
I don't need that stress.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Like I've said this when I was talking about are you into true crime? I think you are, aren't you?
I do love true crime.
I'm a true crime fanatic, okay? Like cuz I actually wanted to go to school. I had a full boat to U of M. I was going to be a forensic profiler. That's what I wanted to
Ooh.
do. Yeah, and I'm a pretty good judge like that. So anyway, some not for my own personal
Mhm.
relationships and stuff has I've never been a good judge,
We
but
none of us are good at that.
right, but when I usually can see other people, I've been fooled a few times, but I usually can see other people and figure them out. So anyways, that's what I wanted to be. And then I was going through a divorce at the time when I got the scholarship, and so it was feed your kids or go to school. Guess which one, you know
Mhm.
and so I never got to pursue it. So, anyways, I'm a true crime fanatic, and I follow a profiler. His name's Dr. Gary Bricado. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, you need to look this man up. He's
Okay.
incredible. He wrote a book called The New Evil. Anyways, he was on his book is called The New Evil. If you guys are interested, it is actually all about profiling and how they put different kinds of criminals into categories and number them from 1
Mhm.
to I think it's 23. I'm not to the end of the book yet. Anyways, my point is, and I brought this up the other day, is that Dr. Gary was he's seen that I was in the chat and said hello to him, and he brought my message up. And what I had said was they were talking about having trauma in your life, and I said my entire life has been filled with trauma, but I am very proud of the person that I have become. Even though I don't leave my own house, you know, whatever, I'm still very
Mhm.
proud of myself for surviving and being a good person and all that. So they put my thing up on there, and Dr. Gary says, oh, he sees the yarn. He goes, oh, you're a crafter. Oh, and he starts going on about crafty people. And he said, I have found, you know, now mind you, this is the world's top profiler. Okay. And he says, I have found in my years of profiling that people that do crafts, any kind of crafts, or play musical instruments, you know, where they're, you know,
Mhm.
into that zone,
Mhm.
usually have some form of anxiety, uh, autism, panic attacks, bipolar. He started naming all these things, and he goes, and that is their calming mechanism. And I thought, you know what? He's absolutely correct. How many
Yes.
people, just take a poll here. How many people, and you don't have to put your business out there, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. But how many people in this chat right now have some kind of mental problem? I have them. I'm not ashamed. Have a mental problem, and that is the way you cope. That takes your mind off of stuff. If you're ADHD, it helps you focus. How many people? I'll bet you the whole group, just about. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say the whole group, but just about. And I thought, my God, that is so accurate. That is so accurate because everybody I talk to either has anxiety. See, Errol, I do, me
Yep.
all the way, me.
Mhm.
See, that's what I'm talking. I'm
Diane,
nuts. Exactly, Diane, me
Diane,
too.
you're not nuts.
Oh, yes, she is. She's my kind of nuts. I love that.
Well,
Nailed it.
my therapist once said to me, "Oh, well, you're crazy," and I'm like, "You're not allowed to say that to me." And he said, "No, you're clinically crazy by book standards. So you know, but you're doing well." So I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, thanks,
exactly.
Jerry."
My therapist from back in the day told me that she was actually surprised at how normal I am, considering what I've been through. I've had a rough life, guys,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, I've had a really bad life, to be honest, and none of my own doing. Okay, so that's what really sucks. You know, if you have control over it, it's one thing. If you don't, you don't. You know, so I've had a really hard life, and she's like, You should be very proud of yourself for being the person you are. You're loving and caring and all of these things.
Mhm.
And, you know, obviously was talking to her about my crafts at the time. I think I was reupholstering furniture. I think that's what I was doing a lot of that hippy dippy stuff, reupholstering
Mhm.
furniture. And she's talking about how creative I was and whatever. And she kind of hinted on what Dr. Bricado said, but didn't, like, he full on explained about how people with any kind of mental issue or, you know, social anxieties or whatever usually dive into a craft or a musical instrument. He was talking about someone playing the cello and how they would just play. He was talking about somebody in specific, I don't remember the name, would just play the cello 10 hours a day. And their family couldn't understand. They were wonderful at it, but like, why are you doing it so much? We understand practice, but why are you doing it so much? It was a calming mechanism for that person for their mental illness. And I think a lot of us have the same issues. So I'm never ashamed to say that I have panic attacks. I'm never ashamed to say I have anxiety. I suffered from depression for a very long time. Thank God, knock on wood and all that stuff. I'm good now. But you know, I've had some battles, guys. I've had a nervous breakdown back in the day. You know, been
Mhm.
there. So I get it. And that's
I
why we
want.
dive in. That's why we dive into something. And ours is crochet, knitting,
Yep.
painting, whatever.
I once. Okay, so I am diagnosed as bipolar, ADHD, borderline personality disorder, and on the autism spectrum.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
And
talking about. Yep.
it makes a just storm of yeah.
Yeah, but
So
when you crochet, it focuses you, doesn't it? Or when you're
yeah, when
knitting
I
or whatever.
crochet or knit. But I'm also, this is just me, but I'll have my project, I'll have the computer open watching a video, and I'll have my phone with a game on it, and I'll all at the same time. And my dad,
Okay.
if you hear squeaking, Ziva got herself her lamb chop.
Oh, okay.
So
no, you're good. I got 4 dogs. Yeah.
but yeah, I've been doing crochet since I was 10. My mom actually taught me what she knew, which was the basics, to get me to sit still. So
Don't let me distract you. I'm just saying hello to
yep,
people that
well,
are just coming in
I'm
and
just
saying
looking
stuff.
down at my computer so I can see the chat too.
Yeah, you know what I do when I'm sitting at my table, because I crochet at my kitchen table,
Mhm.
not my dining room table, my kitchen table. And I'm sitting there. Mark's got a movie because he's a movie buff. He's got a movie going. So I'm watching a movie. I have true crime on my phone. I'm crocheting, and I've usually got an earbud in with some music from the lady in the box. Okay,
Yep.
so I've got 15 things all going on at once. I'm watching,
Mhm.
I'm catching the movie. I'm all over.
My
Watching the
family, my family has stopped. You know, they know I need my hands going. So because it used to be, why are you crocheting while we're watching a movie? Why are you can't follow the movie? I'm like, oh, I'm following it.
yeah.
And then they're like, hey, when did that happen? And I'm like, oh, it happened back a couple scenes when this was going on. And they're like, oh God, you really are watching it more than we are watching it.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's me
and
too. I can keep an eye, but it's like the things that frustrate me are the
mhm.
fact that I'm technically challenged drives me absolutely bananas, because I wish I could do like Crystal the Yarny Chicken. She made me an intro and outro. I don't know how to use it on a lot of things, and there's like certain things I don't know how to do. That frustrates me to death. So rather than try to figure it out, I avoid it like the plague and go back to crocheting. It makes no sense. I know, guys, it makes no sense.
I am not technically challenged. I am technically cursed. Um,
That almost came out my nose, Mel.
no,
I'm
soda
technically
up the
cursing
nose
you.
is not good. No, no, there is if you've ever seen the show or read the book Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman,
No.
okay, it's about the apocalypse, but it's very funny. Hi, happy birthday! Oh, should
Happy
I sing
birthday.
it?
Thank you.
Should I sing it?
He can't hear you.
That's okay.
I read her lips.
Yeah. I was telling them about your candle and how I ended up whipping it out the back door.
But
Nice than she throws my birthday candle out the back door.
It was driving me crazy. I couldn't take any more of it.
but in the book, and they did 2 mini series on the book. And it's the 10th Doctor Who. Gosh, I can't think of names. And another actor who's very famous, but one's a demon and one's an angel, and they've been around since the beginning of humankind, and yet they become like friends.
Okay,
And
that's
so
interesting.
they're like, well, if the apocalypse happens, the world ends, and we have nothing to do. We can't go get our good food. We can't enjoy our car. And so they're like, let's stop the apocalypse. But the one who actually stops it is a descendant of a witch finder general. He used to hunt witches back in the day.
Related to that Doctor Who stuff. I always tell myself I'm gonna figure out what she's talking about and just watch these series,
Yeah.
And I still haven't dove into it. So you're talking Greek to me. I have no clue.
But anyway, that's just the actors. But what it is the Witchfinder General descendant. They call him the Witchfinder General. He's a computer tech, but every time he touches anything technical, a radio, a computer, a telephone, it breaks.
Oh yeah, nice.
And that's how they avoid the apocalypse. But But the thing is, I got a computer that was bought a week before my sister's computer. Exact same computer as hers. She's still using hers. My dad, it was my dad's. He gave it to me. It was in perfect condition. I pick it up one day. There are screws on my lap. They just fell out of it.
It's because you touched it.
I know. I can't keep it. And it's like, I didn't drop it. I didn't throw it around. My dog didn't climb all over it. But screws were just falling out of the bottom of it.
Oh,
It had,
jeez.
and then it's one of those little laptops that you can fold back and it can be a tablet.
Yeah.
The hinge, I never folded it. I just opened and closed it. The hinge came undone.
Okay, I don't break technology. I just can't function technology.
No,
So you got
no.
one up on me now.
I can go to a grocery store or gas station and, the card reader for your card when you're paying and everything. I can break them.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're not going shopping with me. Just saying.
I'm Witchfinder General cursed, and we think my grandma did it to me. So we think she kicked off a gypsy, and the gypsy cursed her lineage, and it came down on me.
Oh, that's terrible. I just don't know how to function it. So, it's like, okay, I always have feedback. I always got something going on. I can't get the sound to work. There's something going. Do I put it on my phone? Do I put it on the computer? Do I put it on? I don't know what to do, It's how I get. Getting coffee and snacks. Oh, Granny D. Anyways. Yes.
Yolanda.
What'd she say? Mel,
it's my magnetic personality. Pulled the screws right out.
That's it. That is totally it.
Yeah.
I hate to say I use green leaf, sometimes known as Mary Jane, instead of chemicals. I've chosen this because of I have nothing against anybody. You can smoke pot till you turn green. It's all good with me. I don't care. But me personally, I found, like, when I was a teenager, I used to smoke pot. When I got a little bit older, it made me a little paranoid. And I think that's because of my anxiety and stuff. And so I no longer do. But I have nothing against anyone who uses marijuana for medical reasons or just to chill out. I don't care. You be you. You know what I'm saying? I have no problems with anybody. But the fact that the doctor told Mark to get me gummies, I'm like, Mark, do you realize I'm probably going to just sit and stare at the wall? I don't think I'm going to get anything done. I'm just going to sit and stare at the wall. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it can cause anxiety too. Yeah, I got enough anxiety.
Yeah, they say different strains of it are like good for different things.
There's indigo and some other kind. I don't know.
Sativa.
One's for body relaxation and the other one's for your mind relaxation kind of thing. Yeah, I just have to figure out which one it is he wants me to try, and I'll try it. But if I end up staring at a wall, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'll never get nothing done.
Has to come by and like dab at the drool, it's a little too strong. But the thing is, I got some gummies. Now, it's not legal in Pennsylvania, but I did find a loophole that a certain strain of it is legal in Pennsylvania.
Oh, see, it's recreational here in Michigan.
Nope, only medical here in Pennsylvania. I'm just waiting though. But
so I get the stares. Exactly, that's what I'm afraid is going to happen to me.
But I ordered the strain that is legal in Pennsylvania. I stick with the law and everything like that. And
I don't care if you don't. Honestly, I could care less.
I know. But but I was like a goody two shoes kid. I was, and it still sticks with me. Still sticks with me. But
I'm a goody two shoes old lady, but I used to be not a goody two shoes.
But they say with the gummy, you start with a quarter of the gummy. and that way you can see how it affects you.
Yeah,
And
that's what the doctor said. He said, Mark, get her some gummies. D, he said, just do like a quarter of a piece, you know, a quarter of one, and see how that helps. So I guess I'll try. I'll give it a try. But if it makes me stare at the wall, he's gonna have to give me something else. I can't.
oh, it
Yeah.
made me. I got up to where I could take one, but then my gastroparesis got real bad, and I was eating a lot less. And I took one again, and it was
Uh-oh.
like months after I had taken the one, gotten up to being able to handle a whole one and everything. And I was looking for pain relief, but
Yeah, exactly.
the only strain that's legal in Pennsylvania is like a chill out kind of strain. And
Right.
so it doesn't really do anything for my pain. But I took the whole gummy and I was eating a lot less, and I was like, I'm stoned. I'm so
See,
stoned.
I don't want that. That's not what I want.
I
I
know,
just,
but I was like, I
uh,
turned my head too fast and I was getting dizzy, and I was like, oh, I'm not getting out of bed. I'm not going anywhere right now. Nope,
see,
we're
and
going to
that's
let this.
exactly. I don't want anything to do with that. That's exactly my problem. So I will try what he says one time, but if I end up staring off in space or taking a nap or something like that, no, I'm not. But the CBD, don't eat a whole 150 THC, 50 CBC. Bobby Wyatt says, yep.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm gonna try it because the doctor told me to. I will try it. But we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know. I don't know what's gonna happen. If it tames down my anxiety and I can still function, I'm all about it. But if it doesn't, then I'm no.
You know who knows a lot about the gummies and lives in Michigan? Ray's Yarn Addiction.
Ray, okay.
Her husband actually works at a factory that makes the gummies and the everything. And so she knows which ones are good for anxiety, which ones are
Okay.
good for body pain. And
That's Ray. Yeah. I love Ray. Ray's awesome. But yeah,
Ray is the sweetest.
I wouldn't be here without that amazing plant. I know, Bridget. Like, I know I have people in my family that rather than take pharmaceutical medication, they, either eat gummies or they smoke a vape
Oh,
or,
yeah. And Rusty.
yeah,
Rusty sells all of that stuff at her shop. So
yep,
Mama G
exactly.
just said, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna give it a shot. And like I said, I'm no judgment here. To each his own, man.
Mhm.
Whatever makes you get through the day. I'll see if it works for anxiety and I'll let you guys know because I'd prefer to take something natural to something unnatural. So if that's what he suggests, I'm going to try it, but I don't know that it's going to work. And if it gives me worse anxiety, that's what I'm scared of. I'm hoping it doesn't give me worse anxiety, but we'll see what happens. But
But
he just said,
definitely do it in a controlled area with Mark
I don't leave
nearby.
my house unless I have to. You know what I'm saying? I don't go
I
anywhere.
don't leave my house unless there's a yarn sale. So come
Yarn
on,
sale.
people.
Or no, I always double dip. Like if I go to the doctor, I got to stop at the yarn store. I don't I'm not
Mhm.
going to just the yarn store or just the doctor. I'm going to take care of a couple things while I'm out because I'm not going out again for a month.
Yeah.
It's like,
I actually had a very dark period in my life where I was in deep, deep depression, and it gave me agoraphobia. And I pretty much did not leave my house for 2 years. I
yeah, I've
was
been there.
living, I mean, I still live with my dad and my sister, but I was living with my parents. And I mean, I needed someone in my family to go with me if I was leaving the house. I couldn't do it on my own. And then even then I would have I would call them high anxiety attacks, maybe near panic attacks at the idea. And half the time we wouldn't be able to go wherever because
I'm the same way. Like I'll start telling Mark, he knows me now, right? And I'll
Mhm.
start telling him, like he'll say, we have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. And I'll be like, oh, I can't go Wednesday. I'll come up with something. He'll go, D, you got to go to the doctor on Wednesday. And like right up until the time I'm complaining. Oh, great. I got to get up and get in the shower early. And I'm just complaining about something because I don't want to go. I don't want to leave the house. It's like I
Yeah.
avoid it. The only thing that I don't get anxiety about in leaving the house that doesn't include my doctor's visit is things with my family. And I think it's because I'm comfortable with my family, like they're having a birthday party or whatnot. And I'm okay. I know I'm going to be with family and I'm safe and I'm good and all that. But if it comes to anywhere else, like my friends come visit me, I don't go visit my friends. I've never been that person. I've always been the person where everybody came to their house, my house, rather than me go to theirs. Very, very rarely do I ever go. I think the last time I was out of the house to a friend's house was my girlfriend Bridget had a Halloween party. And I went to the Halloween party. And that's probably the only time in the past year that I have visited anyone.
Wow.
I just don't. And I think it more has to do with, I had a stalker for 9 years. Okay.
Oh,
This guy
yeah.
broke in my house. It was bad. It was really bad. And the thought that, I don't know, the police have never caught him. It was a bad story. He murdered his father. They're still looking for him to this day. If and when they ever find him, I'm going to have to go to court. It's a long story, and testify, but they've never caught him because they've never called me. So I know if that guy is still out there, he's probably not in Michigan because that's where he did this to his father, but he's out there somewhere. And so I find it really hard to leave my house just in case. I'm always, I just ever since that was years ago that this happened. Yeah. So I know they've never caught him because
I'm so sorry that happened to you and that he's still out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
if he's still alive, this was 25, 30 years ago. Probably longer than that because my kids were little. My youngest daughter's 40 and she was about 5. So it was about 35 years ago. And it went on for 9 years. I moved I moved 5 times. He was at my house within 2 days. I changed my phone number probably 30 times. He had my phone number within 20 minutes. Whoever this person was good at what he was doing. Yeah. He broke into my house. He would leave things on my car. I'd go to the grocery store and I'd come out and there'd be something on my car from him. And it was bad. Yeah. So needless to say, I have safety and leaving the house issues. So that's part of the reason I don't go nowhere. Yeah. So until they call me and say, we got him, you're going to come and testify in court. I'm going to be like this, I guess. I don't know. I don't believe I told you guys that story. I've never told that story before. Anyways.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever told you guys that. That was pretty rough. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
That's very brave of you to share that. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't usually share things like that. Like I said, I've had a heck of a life, guys. I really have. It's no wonder I'm all anxiety ridden.
Yeah, you might have a reason or two for that.
Might have, just a couple little reasons. But anyways, yeah, so anxiety and stuff like that can be brought on by many things. And it also can be handled many ways. And one of the ways is crochet and knitting and yarn and crafts and, playing musical instruments and all that. And I thought that was just a really cool take on it. And it's like, yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Something to focus on, something to take your mind off of whatever's giving you anxiety or whatever. And I think that's pretty cool. And I love that Dr. Picato. He is something else, man. So smart. Oh my gosh. One of the most intelligent people I've ever seen. So at 3 stalkers, see, yeah, I think a lot of us have been through that. But mine was extra special. Yeah, mine was extra special. Yeah, see, we've all been through family do an online search of the person's name for obituary. Do you have a member? The problem is I only know the person's first name. And the police have never gotten back to me since all right, let me explain. He calls me. If I did not answer the phone, he would show up and be looking through my windows. So he had me, and then I called the cops, and the cops would chase him and never catch him. This went on for 9 years. Okay. I changed my phone number. He'd have my phone number again that same day. So he calls one time, and I'm like, hello? And he says, well, I just wanted to call and tell you goodbye. I'm leaving state. You'll never see me or hear from me again. It's been fun. This is what he says to me. It's been fun, but I kind of killed my dad. And if you want to let the police know, he's out, he tells me the street, what city. He's in the upper flat. You might want to send the cops over there. But it was good knowing you, Dee. Take care. And I never heard from him again. Now, I called the police, obviously, and told the police, and they went there, and sure enough, he had murdered his father. And they've been looking for him ever since. But they never, I don't think they ever told me what his last name was. They asked me, they knew because I had kept calling them, and he was stalking me in the phone calls, and, they knew all this stuff. But I honestly don't remember if they ever told me what his last name was. His first name was Mike. But I don't remember what his last name was. Either I don't remember, they never said it. I probably could find out easily, but honestly, I just kind of wanted to forget about that until, if they call me one day. And like I said, by this time, he was a little older than me. I know that. Maybe by 5 years. So, this guy's probably in his late 60s, early 70s at this point, if he survived this long. And with that kind of behavior, he probably isn't. So he probably hasn't survived, to be honest. So, yeah, it was very scary, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why I got on that, but I guess just talking about anxiety and stuff brought up some of the reasons that I have anxiety and things.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was pretty bad there for a long time. Isn't that app? Oh, I didn't know what they were talking about. Anyways, yeah. So I imagine I could, look up the crime itself. I could look up, and find out what the names are, but I really have no interest. None whatsoever. So that's enough of that. My goodness, I can't believe I talked about that. Okay. Anyway, so what is everybody working on? Let's change this subject.
Yes.
Have Roku press the top button on the right hand side that looks like a chat message symbol and press that, and it shows on the right side of the screen. Oh, you're talking about when you're watching it on TV. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I hope that wasn't a trigger for anybody or anything. I really should have thanked you. I apologize if that upset anyone. I didn't mean it to. It just came out.
I'm sure it's fine, Dee. And everybody's sending you hugs, and that's the wonderful thing about this community is we are like a community family kind of thing.
That is the truth. The good ones,
the support,
anyway. Yeah,
the
support good ones.
You get from everyone. So
yeah, like I said, if it was triggering or upsetting to anyone, I apologize. It just came out my mouth, and talking about anxiety brings that up with me. So, yeah. So sorry about that, guys. It's not always like this here. If it's your first time, I apologize. I don't normally talk about this kind of stuff. So anyways, yeah, I've been through the ringer, guys, and I'm still, kind of halfway normal, kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit.
You're still you. That's what matters. You're still you.
Yeah, sometimes sharing does help. That's true. But I should have warned you because I know myself, there's things that trigger me. So, I should have warned y'all, and I apologize.
Can I show you one of my finished objects?
Oh, you can show us every object you ever made. Let's get to it.
Oh, God, no. God, no. Okay, so my cousin had a baby in August, and I made her a baby blanket.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This is actually from one of the main designers that I test for.
I love that center. The center of it looks like a mandala. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I really like that, Mel. That's beautiful.
This is it's two different yarn bee yarns. It's this green. It's the baby so soft or something. I don't remember
And
right
see,
off the
that
top of
looked
my head.
brown to me. It is
See,
green. Okay, now I can see. Yeah.
that's green right up here, and then it is brown right underneath it because it's variegated, a variegated that matches the green.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So
That is so
yeah,
pretty.
but she's a designer, and I would call her a friend because I found her on Facebook in a Facebook group, and
Yeah,
have been part of her testing squad for a couple years now and stuff. And
that's super
her,
cool.
yeah, her name
I'm
is,
finding myself getting drawn towards neutral colors. I never thought in a million years I would get, but like right now I'm decorating well, I haven't started. I've been buying things to do to
Mhm,
redecorate my bathroom here, Native American,
mhm.
and I'm painting the walls kind of a beigey brown and
Yeah,
starting from there. And I'm finding I really like it. Like it's really
mhm.
been inspiring. And I think I may start making a few things in more earth tones because I'm always way out there with the neons and the rainbow and whatever. That's what I like, so that's the kind of stuff I make. But I like with this poncho that I just made. It's black and white. That's it, that's not my norm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mhm.
finding myself kind of going towards the more neutral colors.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, you go ahead and
Thank
drop
you,
your
Talia.
channel links at any time. But as you do that, don't forget we got I always say that wrong. Nathalia's Little Hook Melanie in the house. And I prefer that you go over there and subscribe to her. Just saying, just saying.
You said it perfectly. I mean, there are people who are still like Lethal Leia, and they've watched
Nathalia.
my channel,
I said
and
it
they still,
right.
yeah, that's
Wow.
Lethalia.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I never say nothing right.
I made it up. I
Sorry.
made up the word. It's two Greek words. Letha means lazy. I was a teenager, so, I was trying to describe myself. And Leia means loyal. And so I put them together and it became my email address. And, you
Oh, that's
know,
cool. I kind of like that
and,
you did that.
and now when I go on like new gaming sites and stuff, they're like, this username is already used. And I'm like, what? I made it up. Come
How is that
on.
possible? Right.
Someone out there saw my name somewhere and then was like, I like that name. And they either named their kid that or they are using it as a screen name.
Well, I always call you Little Hook. So,
Yeah,
you've been Little Hook to me for years now. So I'm just going to continue to call you Little Hook.
that works for me. That works for
Linda
me.
Fist says, I'm so vanilla. Decorating in color scares me. Oh my gosh, poor Mark. When I moved in here, everything was neutral. I was like, oh, hell no.
Um, Dina, the designer of the blanket is Canoe Mountain Designs, and Mountain is just MTN. She's on Ravelry, she's on Facebook. I'm not sure if she's on YouTube. She might be, I think so.
Don't forget your thummies, everybody. Zoila, could you drop Mel's channel? Diana Crane is looking for Mel's channel link. Yeah, you guys go over there, and she's only how many away now?
Last time I saw it was 18.
18 subscribers away and like 80 hours or something, 80 watch hours away from being fully
Yeah,
monetized. And I'm telling you, you will thoroughly enjoy Mel. And it'd be super, super cool if you guys go over there, watch a few videos, give her some time. She only needs 80 hours. 80 hours. We're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
great, Tracy Huber. I'm glad you got your box. Oh, good. Linda Fisk subscribed to Mel. That's awesome.
Thank you guys. It really means a lot to me, and I'm not as regular as some channels at getting my videos out, but I do try.
Us
That
people
is
with
not my
anxiety do what
forte.
we can do when we can do it. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that. I used to try to stick to a regiment, and I find myself getting anxiety because I knew I had to do something tomorrow. If I
Yeah.
don't do that to myself, then I'm okay. You know, but if I
And-
try to do a regiment,
Yeah, and I've realized I want to enjoy my channel and my friends, and if I try to do Monday, I'm going to do this. Wednesday, I'm going to do this. Friday,
you're
it's
14
even.
away now, Mel. 14.
Woo!
It's only 14 away.
Thank you, Ellie. Thank you,
That's awesome.
Serena.
That's awesome. Yeah, subscribe to Mel. She's almost there. And we did this on, well, we did. She didn't know I was doing this on purpose, but I did this on purpose to get her there. So you guys got to help me out, man. This is my
Thank
surprise
you.
to Mel. Mel didn't know I was doing it for that reason. But I
Thank
asked,
you.
yes, you're very welcome. I love helping other people. That's my jive in life. That's what I was put here for. So I honestly, that's the truth. I honestly believe that. I believe that's why I'm here. So
That is right, Bridget. You do kick my butt, and yet you don't. It's by cheering me on.
yeah,
She's like, "Come on, Mel. Where's your video? Where's your?"
you are a very talented person, but I get it, Mel. You know, I get it, because if I put myself on a regiment, I start getting anxiety. Oh, shoot, I got to do this tomorrow. Oh, shoot. Like I was panicking about today. Ridiculous, right? I'm just chilling with you.
Yeah.
But I was
Yep.
getting nervous. You know, I was getting nervous. It's just anxiety. What can I say?
Yep.
But we do what we can do, and we can do it, you know, and everybody that comes to my channel knows how I am. You know, sometimes I'm Johnny on the spot. I can get it out, get it out, get it out. And then all of a sudden I go, okay, I can't.
Yep. It's the moods. The moods can change on a
Yep.
breath. Not even a dime, but like just you breathe in and suddenly you're like, you're not happy anymore and you don't know why. And
Yep.
you
And it
need to
just
go,
out of nowhere, out of nowhere.
and you need
Cinnamon
to go
roll, I did
curl up in your
receive
bed and
your
sleep.
email. I'm sorry, Mel. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, there's no reason to apologize. Cinnamon Roll is here in the chat and won a giveaway and was a name that I hadn't seen before. And so I was like really worried that I wasn't going to hear from them. And I did receive your email. So everything's good. Next time mail goes out, what I do, Cinnamon Roll, is I put up a picture on my community tab and tell you to start watching your mailboxes. We don't have mail pickup here, and we have to drive to another town. They don't pick up mail here. We don't have UPS. We don't have FedEx. We have nothing. We are not on anybody's route. We're in farm country. And so it's a major undertaking for us to get everything together, print the labels, blah, 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 and drive everything to the mail, to the post office. So I usually ship out twice a month. I usually ship out right around the dib sale, because if somebody buys something, I want to get it in the mail pronto. And then I usually ship one other time during the month. And so that's usually how I do twice a month. And I always put out a community tab that shows a picture of the packages, you know, like whatever I got going out. And I'll say, start watching your mailboxes. And you know, if you got something coming from me, it's coming there. I do want to say one thing, because I have not noticed her here. There's a lady named CNY Star, and I need to know, she bought some yarn off of me at the dib sale. I've put out a community tab. I still haven't heard anything. She paid for her yarn, I'm certain of it, but I just don't know what her real name is. And so if you guys see CNY Star in a chat somewhere or something, will you please tell her to email me at deescreativegiveaways, and let me know what her real name and address is, because her package is sitting here and I don't know what to do with it. So I know she paid, but there were several people that did not put their YouTube names in. And through asking friends, I figured out who this person is or that person, but there's still a couple I don't know. So what a community tab is, Cinnamon Roll, when you look on a channel, it says post now. It used to say community. It's now called posts. So it'll pop up in your feed if you're subscribed to a channel. And basically it's a typed out version, maybe a picture, something like that. It's not a video. And it will be, CNY star bought some yarn off me. I'm almost certain the name is CNY star 3. That is who D is looking for. Yes, that is who I am looking for. I'm almost certain the person is paid and everything's good because I got what I was supposed to, but I don't know which address. I got confused with people telling me who this person or that person. That's why I always ask that when you buy something from me, please put your YouTube name. It is very, very hard for us creators to figure out that you're Sally Smith. You know, we don't know that, you know. So, and then, you know, you're something totally different on YouTube. And even if I know you well, still put your, you know, put your name there. So I go, oh, okay, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so. It just makes things run so much smoother. So if you guys do see CNK star 315, Kirsten put on there, that's who I'm looking for. I would like to ship her yarn out to her, but I need to know her name and address so I can correlate it with the PayPal. Okay. I have a lot of stuff I pay for. My Dee's Creative Hands Crochet is an LLC. So I have a lot of things that I pay for through that. That is my business PayPal. Yarn things, so money is coming and going from there all the time for my Timu hauls and things.
Do you have a different PayPal than your name? Like, what is your PayPal for the yarn raffle?
For the yarn raffle, it's the same as all my other. It's deescreativehandscrochet at gmail.com. Okay. And yeah. So if you guys see her, please let her know to get a hold of me. Yes, so you are correct. CNK star 317. Okay. I don't know that there's another CNK star, so I don't even think the number matters that much. But that person did either win or buy some yarn from me, and I don't know who it is. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there because you guys are out on the streets more than I am. And so anyway. All right. So do you have anything else you'd like to show us?
I don't know. What do I have around here? I have so many whips that they're piled in front, and then there are more over there.
Startitis myself, yes.
Oh gosh.
This is what I'm doing right now. Oh, there went my crochet hook. This is what I'm doing right now. Now that I finished the poncho, I am doing the it's a real pretty stitch. It's by Bod. It's the rock and roll shawl, and it's a rectangular shawl.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Now that I'm done with the poncho, I'm going to start working on this. But I just shot my crochet hook across the room. So yeah, there's that.
I have a whole bag here. Hold on, let me clear off the top of knit whips that
she did buy yarn. Yeah, she did buy yarn. I'm sorry, Kirsten's let me know that she did buy yarn.
Yep. This is a poncho, the start of a poncho.
Let me see that
for my sister.
Back front post, back post. Oh, that's pretty.
But it's called the Harvest Poncho, and you can find it for free on ilikeknitting.com. It's an online. They have an I Like Crochet too, or I Love Crochet. I think it's I Like. They have. It's a free online magazine for either crochet or knitting, and the patterns, they're not PDF downloads, but if you have they say you can copy and paste them to a Word document. They have a print button if you like to print out your patterns. I do mine digitally on a I'm
proud of myself making those bookmarks, which I'm going to get back to because I haven't finished the book. I was going to make every one in the book. I'm starting to learn how to read patterns. I'm pretty proud of myself. I even caught a mistake in one. I'm so proud.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. But, so this one's being made out of macchiato cake.
That's beautiful. Yes, I am still looking for a Kelly. But at this point, honestly, the Kelly was a giveaway winner. and she didn't contact me in time. So I actually should remove that from the community tab. Yeah, because that's not fair. So yeah, I'm looking for the CNK star. Kirsten has told me yes, she did buy something from me, so I owe her yarn, and I've got it waiting, and I don't know where I'm sending it. So
Yeah,
yes,
and
I'm
then
starting to learn how to read patterns. Aren't you guys proud of me?
it's an amazing feat, and then it opens up a whole new world of making things.
Yes, it
Because you're like,
does.
I don't have to think about what do I want to do here. I don't have to think about, do I want double crochets or how many do I have to do and do all the maths. You can just go, someone did it for me.
Exactly. I know. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Because you guys know me, I'm always just winging it, or I follow a tutorial, and I wing it more than I follow tutorials. Like with my poncho. I get something in my head and I just start making it. And did you create a pattern, D? Yes, I did, Desi. You want to see it?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Let me see. I'm probably gonna. Oh no, it isn't. I figured I turned it inside out. Oh.
That's right, Crystal. Now Dee has to try some of your patterns.
I know. Once I learned how to do patterns, I absolutely can start trying some of y'all's patterns. I'm so excited. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a wizard at it. I'm just saying I'm getting it.
She has some beautiful shawls, and then, oh, that's pretty. I love it.
See, it's a rectangular poncho, and I put the buttons. This is what I did, Des. And then I did applique. I crocheted the flowers and the leaves, and I just appliqued them on. And then it has a turtleneck. A turtleneck.
Cow neck, yeah, turtleneck.
Turtle cow neck. Yeah. Thanks, guys. And I'm running over my Sophie's Universe. Okay. I'm going to have to untangle it.
This is my favorite thing I'm working on right now. Yeah, you untangle that.
Yeah, this is going to turn into a big mess if I don't. So let me get this together.
And I'll show this. I have a sock with a heel. Do you hear that, Mama G? Are you still here? I'm going to make socks this year, unlike last year. But I followed Bridget's vanilla sock tutorial, and I was able to make a heel on a sock. So now I'm on the foot, and I'm just using Premier Fruits yarns in blueberry. So it does all the pretty work. Yeah, it does all the pretty work on its own. Thank you, VT Redneck.
Yeah, that is really pretty. I sent a PayPal for my purchase from the Dib sale. You got it, VT. Okay. All right, thank you very much. I'll get that out in the mail to you pronto. There was a couple people that I told them they could pay late, and just let me know when they sent it, so I can get it out. So yours is all bagged and ready to go. Yeah, this tote's a little full, I'd say.
I think you need a bigger bag, because when the blanket gets bigger, I don't know if you're going to be able to fit it all in there.
I know, right? But the second section where all the yarn is, that will be smaller, and the blanket will be bigger. So maybe I could
you can put the yarn in the top and then put the blanket in the bottom.
We will see. Okay, I can't get this zipped right now. Okay, I'm not going to fight it. This tote is so gigantic. But I am going to finish this Sophie's Universe if it kills me. I put a cushion on here so I seem taller. So you can see me above the D's Creative Hands right here, because usually I'm down here, It's like, yeah, someone else, Dory says this is the year that she's going to make socks too. You know who else is making some very beautiful socks for the first time? She doesn't have a channel, but she's a friend of mine. Is Antoinette Lasagna. She's been making she's been making some beautiful socks, and it's like her first time. She's already made her third pair. So hats off to you guys making socks, because I love knit socks, have no clue, and I'm not even going to try. So
Yeah, I said last year was my year of socks. I literally started 5 pairs of socks, and I didn't finish any of them. I didn't finish a single sock because
Oh.
once I got to the heel, I was like, I'm not so sure.
I know everybody gets freaked out about that heel. That's why I don't know, man.
Yeah, but it's just another thing you have to learn, and there are tutorials and there are patterns, and you know, so I'm like, I've done a heel now. I've done a regular heel. I can do all these other weird heels or whatever and that it calls for.
I have no doubt. I have all the confidence in the world with you, Mel. I'm sure you're going to get that no problem and whiz through them heels. Once you got it, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No doubt about it. You're a very talented lady. Does anybody have any questions that I missed that you'd like to ask Mel?
Anyone? Well, Serena asked, is anyone going to the Bay City or Bay Area yarn crawl?
And what state is that? I have never been to a yarn festival. Never. I've never been to one. Have you?
I went last July, and I heard you were here when I went to the yarn fest, my very first yarn festival.
That's right. It was at G's house when you,
Yeah,
that's right.
and I was down in southern Pennsylvania and Lancaster and at a 3-day yarn festival. Turned out they only had 4 or 5 yarn vendors, and the rest were all beads. You would have went insane.
Oh, I would have lost it.
There were like 30 of them in total. 25 were bead sellers.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I'd have been very happy.
But the thing is, they have it was Interweave Knits who was putting it on, and they do one somewhere out in the Midwest too every year. They just trade like winter or summer where they're going to have it, whether it's going to be
right, makes sense.
In Lancaster County, or if it's going to be, I forget where the one out there was. It might have been Michigan. It might have been Colorado, though.
I've never looked into it, to be honest with you, but I'm really thinking about doing that, because I like to see what other people are doing. Also, too, it'll give me inspiration for yarn dyeing. You know what I'm saying?
I took $700 with me.
Holy cow.
I spent it all.
You spent it all at 4 yarn vendors?
Oh no, 5. And then I went to a LYS in in the town I used to live in down there. They put in an LYS, and I bought some Noro, and I was like, I'm on vacation and I brought the money, so I'm gonna take home yarn. And
if you save that money for that, you got to do something. You got to splurge somehow. And I shawl you showed was your pattern. Yes, it is my pattern. Yeah, I just was kind of winging it. You know how I am, guys.
It was like the biggest splurge. I mean, I don't even go on vacation, so spending 3 days down at my sister's in Lancaster County was like a thing. And then I was like, hand-dyed yarn, hand-dyed yarn, hand-dyed yarn.
I know. I've never been to a festival. I would love to go to one. So, if you guys know of any in Michigan, or it ain't going to be for a while. We got 1.5 feet of snow out here, but come springtime, if you guys are aware, say, hey, Dee, there's one in Michigan, remind me, because, brain, but remind me, I would love to go. I'd love to meet up with some of you guys too. That would be super cool. To be able to meet up with some of you guys.
I know there are some in New York, and I'm like, maybe Mama G and I will have to plan and like
shoot up,
go to one
to New York. Heck yeah, man.
Turns out she's only an hour and 10 minutes away from my house, straight
Yeah, I know
north.
that. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
right around 6 from my house, which I used to be a truck driver. 6 is
Yeah.
like no big deal to me. So,
Well, I have to drive 4 hours just to get down to my sister's house in southern PA in Lancaster County. I have to drive 3.5 hours to her house, 4 to where we used to live. And it's like, yeah, that's enough driving for me. And then I have to take a few days and then I'll come home. And
Ganny Joe. Ganny Joe lives in Texas, but she used to live in Michigan. And she says, Dee, what day in March is spring? LOL. My birthday is March 24th, right? It's either a snowstorm or a mudslide. One of the there's never anything in between. So no, spring is nowhere near March. It's more like end of April, May. That's when we start getting like springy kind of weather here. Yeah.
it was heaven, Zoila. I mean, I found this new yarn dyer and I have them in my description box now because they have online presence. And they're actually from Montreal, but they have a shop in New Jersey. That is their base of operation now. And they're called Biscotte Yarn. And I spent most of it there. I was like, because they had so many different, they had a hemp and merino yarn. They had the sock yarn. They had, the solids. They had the variegate. And then they had different bases. And it was like, so because other ones, yeah, they had the alpaca and the silk and they had the merino and the silk, but they all seem so similar,
Yeah.
These
We
ones
have
had
Michigan Fine Yarns here, and that thing is
oh,
huge. Huge.
I want to go there so
Oh my God,
bad.
you guys. If you ever come to Michigan Fine Yarns, they are absolutely huge and they keep building onto it. It keeps getting bigger. And they have every kind of bougie yarn you can think of. And then they have a whole, like half a room of discounted, discontinued, blah, blah,
And that's
blah.
where you go right
That's
away,
where I
isn't
go.
it? That's where you're like,
Yep.
Mark, beeline,
Yep.
bring the bags.
I walk in the door, I go straight to the discount area. Once in a while, if I'm splurging, I'll buy a little bit of Blue Heron, but now I hear Blue Heron's out of business. So that,
no.
Yes,
but
they
you
are.
love them.
Yeah.
And they're sparkle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But anyways, I think the discount section, me and Mark always hit there first. And the discontinued yarn, discount, whatever section, we hit there first. And then we go looking around. And if we feel like, bougie yarn, we might get a little bit. But, it's your typical LYS, pricing and stuff like that. And that's more times than not out of my price range. So, Great Bend, PA. PA is beautiful. I've been to every state in the United States except for Hawaii and Alaska. I've been to every single state, but that's because I was a truck driver. So it's not like, I got to go there and hang out. I may have spent a night or two here and there, but I was a truck driver. So
I grew up in Dauphin County. I was born in Harrisburg, which is the capital of Pennsylvania. Grew up in Dauphin and Lancaster counties and then we were living a half hour from the Maryland border. And we moved to a half hour from the New York border up in Tioga County. And I live in a forest now. I live in a state forest on top of a mountain.
Oh, wow.
And we're five miles up a dirt road on this mountain. And in that 5 miles, you go 1,000 feet in elevation.
Oh,
or 1,000 feet above.
I
We're
live
at
on
20
flat
feet.
land. I'm in farmer
Yeah.
country. I always
Where-
talk about it all the time. I love it here where we live.
Mhm.
We're surrounded by Black farmers, this is the coolest place to live ever. Like,
Yeah.
we literally are I love it here. people are just so sweet, and just I love it where we live. But like right behind us, we have the wetlands. We have a million trees in our yard. We don't exactly live in a forest, but we live on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And we've got
Yep.
forests behind it.
And
It
I
won't let
mean,
me
every year we get a black bear.
go
Oh
out.
no, Missy.
See that? Oh, that is so aggravating.
Yeah, I've been through that, Missy. And it still sometimes does that to me. Sometimes it works to change the device you're on. Like, I have a newer phone. When I had an older phone, it didn't help. I'd still be invisible. But I have a newer phone now, and sometimes when I will go into the live on my phone instead of my laptop, it will let me chat.
Okay,
But
there you go. Or try going in and out of the app if you don't have another device. Like out, like erase the page from your phone and go back in. Sometimes that works. See my
Deborah,
message above.
yeah, she was telling you about the North Carolina Yarn Fest and when it is in July. Because
July.
Bridget wants to go to that one.
You know what? I might go to that. I love North Carolina. It's one of my favorite states. I might consider that one because I love North Carolina. I was just talking to Mark. I said, when spring comes, we need to take a trip. I said, you want to go to North Carolina? Because that's one of my favorite places. I like Asheville because it's like all these hippy dippy shops and all this kind of stuff. But then beyond Asheville, there's like forest and I just love it. I love North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, it is called North Carolina Yarn Tour.
Yeah, I have a Samsung phone right now, and it's what I'm live on, so I like it a lot.
July 1st to the 31st. July 1st through the 31st.
So Lisa Gillette and Diane Major say you better pick them up on the way there.
Better, huh? Doggone it. Throw you in the camper. Let's go, girls. Yeah, I would love to go to a festival. I've never been to one. And I think that's going to be something I do this year. I really want to do that.
Yeah, I think if I go to one this coming year, which I probably won't, money issues.
Right.
But if I go to one next time, I'm going to go to was it called the Allegheny or the Appalachian? Might have been Allegheny Yarn Fest. It was like a month after the one I went to. I'm like, I don't have any money. I can't go to it. And they had 50 some yarn vendors.
Oh man, you missed
and
it.
I would have been like, I take one from you and one from you, but I can't just take one. I got to have enough to do something with. And yeah, so.
Hey, y'all, if I end up going to a yarn festival, I'll definitely let you guys know where I'm going. And I mean, we can work something out. We can follow each other. We'll do like a train and, so we can meet up there or whatever you guys do. You need to go to Cherokee, North Carolina. That whole area is amazing. I've been there, Diane. I love North Carolina. And I'm Cherokee, so of course I went there. Yes, I will let you guys know.
Danny Joe, I go live on my phone, and when I'm doing my own live, I can see the chat because it's on my StreamYard channel. But when I'm on someone else's live, I use my laptop and I put the live on so I can see everybody's chat and keep up with it because it doesn't show me the chat in StreamYard when you're not the host. So
Asheville, what I was saying about Asheville, it's not my favorite part of North Carolina. North Carolina, I have a friend that actually does whitewater rafting. And the French River there, I think it's called the French something. is a class 3 for whitewater rafting, and he does whitewater rafting tours. And so I would go up there to go whitewater rafting, and then I would also, there's a farm there, you can, you know, rent horses and go horseback riding. They have hot
Oh, I missed
springs
that.
there where they have hot tubs out in the middle of the forest here and there. You can rent a hot tub that's literally a hot spring coming up. I mean, there's just all kinds of super cool things to do there. I rented a cabin that was like hanging over a cliff, and me
Oh,
and
no,
my
no, no.
kids. Oh no, it was super cool. And me and my kids went for a walk through the woods, and we found a waterfall that, oh, so beautiful. A waterfall that turned into just like a small little pond, like lake. And we went swimming and slid down the waterfall. There's beautiful flowers all around. Oh, I had the best time. The best time. So I'm not just talking about Asheville. Asheville's cool. It's kind of bougie. It's cool to go shopping. They got cool little shops and that. But I just like the North Carolina itself more so than Asheville. But Asheville's cool. You know, Asheville's a cool place. Yeah, we had a ball. But if I ever go to a Fiber Fest, and especially like if I go to North Carolina and there's people that want to meet me there, I'm all about it, man. Heck yeah.
Karen JSP says there's a Fiber Fest March 14th, but I don't know where it is.
Fiber Fest where? March 14th where?
She said it's hard to paste links from phone, but the thing is,
Unless you're a mod, you
the
can't.
links
Yeah,
not-
you can't post
yeah.
links.
Bye, Crystal.
Yeah. Bye, Crystal. Yeah, we probably should be getting off here. We're about at 2 hours already, Mel.
Yeah, it went quick.
It did go quick. I really enjoyed having you. I'm so glad you came. We'll have to do this again. And if you're
Yeah,
not subscribed to Mel, get over there and subscribe to Mel. Give her some watch hours, play her playlist. She's almost there, guys. She's almost there. I'm talking like she's probably, by this time, she is 10 people away. And probably she's like 80 something hours away for full monetization. And I know we can get her there. I know we can. So Blackfoot Cherokee here, my daughters. I'm 75% Cherokee and 25% Irish. Who'd have thunk it, right? Anyways, the email will you look at? I'll send info. I always look at the giveaway one. That's the one that gets the least traffic. And the friends one is the one where if you have questions or you want to send pictures or whatever, I look at that one as well. Dee's Creative Hands Crochet, I don't look at. I get thousands of emails every week there. It's insane. So I don't even look at that one. So either deescreativefriends@gmail.com or deescreativegiveaways at gmail.com. Those are the ones that I read. And then also too, like I always tell everybody, I'm a very approachable person. If you want to message me on Facebook, on Messenger, do it. I talk to so many people.
I don't know. You've always seemed standoffish to me and
you
kind of cold. You know, kind of cold.
You know, I feel real good about myself. Yeah, get over to me if you want. You guys want to talk on Messenger. I talk to people on there every day, and I'm a very approachable person. You know, whatever. If you want to talk,
you really are.
Yeah, anytime, guys. And thank you so much for coming, Mel. I really enjoyed this. I love you to death. And
I love you too.
And I hope this gets you to where you're trying to get.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was the plan. So hopefully you will get some watch hours out of these folks that just subscribed, and we will get you there. And like I said, guys, Mel is a very talented lady. Go over there and subscribe to her channel. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. I'm starting to lose my voice if you haven't noticed. And I better eat something or I'm going to fall out of this chair. So
go eat.
I'm going to go eat. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming. We love you. Go check out Nathalia's Little Hook with Melanie. You won't be disappointed. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Shine bright, everyone.